1, 2. All right, we're going to sing Adoramus first, okay? And then afterwards we'll sing more Augustine.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, I guess it's because school papa don't know.
Laudat Dominum omnes entes, laudet ennum omnes populi, conium confirmatae super nos, misericordia ejus, et veritas Domini manet in aeternum, gloria Patri et Filio, et Spiritui Sanctus, sicut erat in principio, et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. Adoremus in aeternum sanctissimum sacramentum. Glorious in heaven, Tony, Papa, no Panameso, or Sabine, Ebibim Katrifu, Hallelujah, as a cocoon in Chechenipa. Oh, Gracie, Yanana Vopa, oh, Tony, Monica Neba, Teyaso, Nachicha Jayan, Amaya Fatana Miliche. Oh, Gracie, Yanana Vopa, oh, Tony, Monica Neba, Teyaso, Nachicha Jayan, Amaya Fatana Miliche.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please take out your seats because we'll be inviting our guest of honor to speak. Please take it, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We'll be inviting our guest of honor to speak shortly.
Well, good evening. Well, before I say anything, doesn't this look nice? A very nice evening. Everybody's looking fine, and the organization is good. So, the chairman of APSU UK, all APSUians invited, ladies and gentlemen, let me first express my appreciation for the honor that you have done to me, to invite me to be here this evening, to be part of this inaugural event. I thank you very much for that. And I also wish to congratulate APSU UK for 25 years that you have been together as an organization. I've been looking around to see if there is any APSUians who got out of the college prior to 1971. There are two gentlemen back there from 1971. Mr. Hamilton and Mr. Olugbu. And they are my classmates. So we entered St. Augustine's in 1966. So last year we got together to celebrate 50 years since we left, or since we entered the college, and it was a wonderful event. So I'm glad to see a couple of my classmates here. And I'd like to say, those of us who had the privilege to get quality education at St. Augustine's, and who now bear the honor to be called APSUians. We are special people. Not everyone in Ghana, even today, has been lucky as us APSUians. I see many APSUians everywhere in the world. There are many of us, all walks of life, in all manner of professions, big and small. You name it, we are there. And many of you, you know the names. If it's music, we've been there. If it's theater, we have been there. If it's professorship, we have been there. Politics, we have been there. And sports, we have been there. So we are everywhere, and we are special people. And when I see someone and they tell me, oh, I went to participate, I say, oh, sorry. And that's because we went to a special school. But a couple of things I would like to say to you. I count myself among some of the luckiest people on this earth. I had wonderful, caring parents. I'm married to the best spouse any person in this world. I have had listening children, and I've had some of the good breaks in life, whether it's in business, employees, friends. But you know, getting an education at St. Augustine's is one of those lucky happenings in my life. Because it is the Augusto environment that taught me how to study for success. It is that environment that made me value my faith as a Catholic. It helped me to value the discipline gained by being a sportsman. And for those of you who don't know, I still have the distinction as being the first basketball captain at Sylvester. And for those of you who like hockey, I was a school hockey goalkeeper when I was in sixth form. So yes, I gained the discipline that you get from being part of organized sports at St. Augustine's. And it showed me the happiness music provides as I became a bandsman who played guitar, not just in school, but also during the holidays. But it came from the music lessons and other things that we gained from St. Augustine's. But then it made me develop the ability to face an audience through the plays and the theater productions. Now let me tell you something. When you were in Form 1, you know, Form 1, this man who is now called Professor Masurusu. Now, Masurusu, he would get us together, these young Form 1 students, and he would put some crazy things on us. Tights, you know, tights. Young boys. And make us act plays, Hamlet, and so on and so forth. But you know, while some of my classmates were jostling for big roles, where there would be Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, whatever, some of us were wiser. We wanted to play a role, Act 1, Scene 1, and you are done. Now, some of the other people didn't understand this. So, you know, he will bring some of this music, you know, and then the soldiers will come. Act 1, Scene 1, I'll be one of the soldiers. And Act 1, Scene 1, they'll kill you off. Which means you are done. You are done for the production. Now, what was the benefits? The benefit was, Martin also didn't just stop at St. Augustine's. He would take these plays to Holy Child. He would take the plays from Infantiman and so on and so forth. So the Act 1, Scene 1 people were very popular. Because we are the ones, you know, after Act 1 and Scene 1, you took off your makeup or whatever, and you entered the crowd, the audience. So we are the ones who will be given the letters, the notes, the messages, and of course, if you're going to give me a message to deliver, then it must come with some encouragement. So Act 1, Scene 1 had its benefits, but nevertheless, it is through those activities that some of us learned how to face an audience and how to be able to deal with people in the opening like this. And, you know, also, there are lifelong friendships that we developed as a result of St. Augustine's. And some of my best friends, they come from St. Augustine's. So I have classmates that I keep in touch with, that we relate with, and so on and so forth. And it's a joy to meet up, and they all came from that one place. And they're not just Five Fanti, they are not Fantis alone. They are from the north, they are from Volta, they are from everywhere. And it's because of the benefits of being at St. Augustine's. So on this occasion, I want to say thank you again to St. Augustine's to the teachers, and also to my mates for the wonderful memories, because indeed there were more wonderful memories that we got from there. But now, let me say something different. So while we must all of us, be thankful for St. Augustine's and what it did for us, we are still the lucky ones. In Ghana, those of us went to St. Augustine's, yes, Bantakim and so on and so forth. We are the ones who escaped. We are the ones who got the opportunity. We are the lucky ones. And so there's a crusade I have been on for some years now. And I want you to join in that crusade. It's a very simple one. To accomplish the goal, to get every Ghanaian child, boy or girl, no matter where they come from in the country, to benefit from free, compulsory, continuous education from kindergarten until the end of senior high school. That's how we say. Now, the current administration in Ghana has done well to offer free senior high school education to Ghanaian children beginning with the first year of senior high school. But for me, it doesn't go far enough. I know that there are some people who argue against what the administration is doing, saying we cannot afford it. I'm not one of those. I know we can do more, and we should do more. I also know that we can afford to provide the type of education my crusade is all about. And I know also that we cannot afford the costs that we are still bearing of a largely ignorant, illiterate population. So I ask you, where do you think I would be without education? Without St. Augustine's, where would I be? I'm a boy from Elmina. And you know, while I was growing up, young children like me, what they would do for fun is to go to the old bridge in Elmina when there's enough water in the lagoon and dive from the bridge to the lagoon for fun. And some have done it even to the age of mine. And then in the morning when the fishermen come, they'll go and get some one or two fish here and there to go and sell, to go and eat. So where would I be without education? So look at the majority of our children who today, we are in 2017, who today don't get the chance to finish even junior high school. And there are many of them. And if you have done politics like I have, you travel around the country and go to many villages, you'll be amazed. 9 p.m., 10 p.m., you go to some village, and you wonder, where are the grown men and women? There are hordes of children, little children, dirty, and just there. No school. Where will the future of Ghana be if that is to continue? So I am saying, yes, it's good to say free SHS, but that is still leaving the majority of them, they're not going to school. That's why I emphasize the word compulsory. Every child must go. All of them, they must go. And it shouldn't be up to somebody's mother or somebody's father to decide that this boy will go, that one will not go. This girl will go, that one will not go. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm also saying that where would I be? Because at some point, I was sent home to go and get school fees. And when my father couldn't afford to pay my school fees, I was lucky to have one or two uncles and some people here and there who would pay my school fees. So where would I be also if that hadn't happened? And then where would I be if I hadn't gotten a scholarship from while I was at St. Augustine's to go and spend 1 year in a high school in the USA? I was lucky. But we cannot develop a prosperous nation based on luck. It can't be that you are lucky and therefore you move ahead. But if you're not lucky, you go behind, you fall off, and your life becomes miserable. That should not be. And those of us here, the lucky ones, we shouldn't just say, thank God I made it. What about the rest? And quite often, when I drive around Ghana, take a look and say, one day, all of these other people who life has left them behind, if they were to decide to take revenge because we didn't give them opportunity, what will happen to you and I, we the lucky ones? What will happen to us? Now you might say, oh, I am in London, I'm in the UK. But I know from time to time you come to Ghana. So you must be interested in what we do in Ghana to educate everyone so we can have more doctors. So when you come and you fall sick, someone will take care of you. Or when you come and have a problem, you have someone who will understand what you are talking about. So we are all in this same thing together. But Ghana cannot be, it can't become a great, strong nation with prosperous people if the children are not educated. So we've all gone around, the British, the Americans, the Japanese. Why? Don't they have compulsory education? Can you decide here in London that your children will stay at home and not send them to school? Is it up to you? Absolutely not. You can't do that in America, I know. So why do we allow it in Ghana? So I'm saying to you, let us make sure that we can have good education for our children in Ghana, just as we got from St. Augustine's. And for me, anytime you wake me up, whatever time of the day or night, you ask me, what one thing would you wish to happen in Ghana? It's the same thing I just told you. Free, compulsory, continuous education from kindergarten to the end of senior high school in publicly funded schools. I'm not talking about the private ones. And so let's be thankful that we are the lucky ones who went to a great college. Let's help the others also to get a chance to get the great equalizer in life, a good education. And I could tell you many stories, but that will be for another day. And I can tell you so many other things that have happened to me, to my family, to my employees in Ghana, and so on and so forth. And everything that you see, it starts with good parents,